Hey everybody, my brother 31 back here for FSI DFS. Hope everybody had a great Labor Day weekend. I'll be breaking down the 12-game slate for Tuesday, 9/7. Now, DK did something very interesting. There are some games that are coming up. They're calling the happy hour slates. Two or three games this week, most of the days that are starting at like around 6 o'clock, 6:05, 6:20, 6:40, something like that, before the main slate. And I thought that DK would just put them together on like a 2 or 3 game mini slate, but no, they grouped them all together with the 7 o'clock games. So it actually makes it like a 9-game slate. So if you want to play the happy hour slate, I'll just make it super simple for you here. Play Aaron Nola, Cole if you can get up to him, and then Carrasco as your SP2. Stack Cincinnati, winds blowing out in Chicago, and then you should have. I wouldn't take Moustakas. I would take Farmer over him at shortstop, and that'll leave you catcher, third base, and outfield open. I would take Prez at catcher, and then punt, shortstop, or outfield. You should have a little over 2K left for each position. Or take, if he's finally back in the lineup, Mondesi at shortstop, and then punt, catcher, and second base. It works all the same. So 12-game slate, a couple weather concerns, but nothing too major. Washington Nationals and Atlanta Braves. Maybe a little bit of rain there, but the rest looks pretty good. So I'm not going to go game by game here because this slate is pretty simple. You have 3 pitchers to pick from pretty much up top, and then I'll give you some of the value guys. And then San Francisco is going to be the clear stack in Coors against Chichi Gonzalez, who is the worst pitcher. If you want to get cute on the slate, I'll give you some GPP options and things like that. But this game is this slate should be pretty straightforward. So like I said, my favorite pitcher is going to be Nola. Philly, as we talked about, has so much to play for. They need to win. They're playing for the playoff lives. I know that we still have many games left in September to finish things up. I think they wrap around until like October 3rd, I think ends the regular season on a Sunday, but they cannot afford to lose any games. It's such a tight race. So Nola will be out there. Their bullpen is shaky sometimes, so I think they trust their starting pitchers a little bit more. So he, to me, is the number 1 pitcher. Blake Snell would be number 2 to me for the San Diego Padres. They draw a really good matchup against Los Angeles Angels. I heard a rumor that maybe Ohtani might sit, but even if he's in that lineup, there's so many strikeouts there. Snell has been solid recently, and his price tag is only 9.2. It opens up a lot for you. Garrett Cole should be the top pitcher on the slate, but his pricing is just so high. I just could not believe when I saw the price tag on him. He is 11.8. He is going against Toronto, who is an okay offense. The wind's blowing out at like 8 miles per hour, and it's Yankee Stadium. So I don't mind playing Cole. He could have an amazing game. He could put up 40, 50 DK points, but with the pricing and the context of the slate, he would be my 3rd favorite. If you're looking for another option, I think it's a little bit more risky. Erod comes in at 9K against Tampa Bay, but he's a lefty but he's more splits neutral almost. So I think he can kind of neutralize the right-handed bats there. Somebody in medium range, like I said, there's rain, but Fried would potentially work at 8.6 for you. Miley's on the slate, but the wind's blowing on Chicago. Not super interested in him. I think Matz has some K upside in a GPP if you're looking against the Yankees. But then again, they have been hitting better, but then again, they can throw up some clunkers every so often. I think Gilbert from the Mariners might be final option and like the 8 key to look at, but Houston really doesn't strike out, so I wouldn't even go there. I think what you're looking for at your SP2 is to take Zach Gallen. He's been having a good season. He's got some K upside, and he's up against the Texas Rangers, who are not a really good team there. So I think, if you're looking for a cheap SP2, he's a 7.9. So I think that's where you're going to go. I mean, Kapralian has been pitching okay. He's 7.8. We're really close to him. He gets the White Sox. They're on the road. It's a good pitching park, and he's a righty, and they struggle against righties sometimes. So I think, maybe if you want to pivot off Gallen, and try Capellion, that would work for you. But Odorizzi, he's cheap. He has put up 20 points the 2 times he's seen Seattle recently. He's played them 2 out of the last 3 games. So he's going to face Seattle 3 out of 4 games here, which can be dangerous, but I think he's okay. He doesn't have a super K upside. He can go some hard contact. So he might be a little bit risky. And then I think that's pretty much where you go. I think, Logan Webb might get some ownership, but he's in Coors. I really don't like that. He's been okay. And then, definitely no way I'm playing Sampson from Texas. He's not from Texas. He is from the Cubs in this win game. Chicho Gonzalez and Espino from Washington. I'm out on all of those. So like I said, my top stack is definitely San Francisco. Second, I'm going to look at Cincinnati with the wind blowing out there. Third is I really like Atlanta against Pablo Espino. They got a 5.5 for total. I think, definitely they're in play, but, San Francisco and Cincinnati with the park conditions, the weather condition are definitely above them. And then the Dodgers, I think, are in a great spot too. They're actually not the late night hammer. They're actually on the East Coast, playing against the Cardinals, but it does look like there might be a little bit of rain there. So just have to keep an eye on that one, but they definitely be a clear cut for GPP. I think the Yankees are interesting against Matt. San Diego, I think everybody will forget they could be the late night hammer. They're against Packy Naughton. He's a lefty, young pitcher that the Angels are throwing out there. They're priced up, they're expensive. That's why they're GPP, but they work in a stack. Logan Webb's a decent pitcher, but I think Colorado, who's been hitting a little bit better recently, makes another GPP stack, and then maybe Tampa Bay and the Boston game might be some other places to look. For cheap, I really like the Kansas City-Baltimore game. I know Kansas City let us down a little bit yesterday, but I think I'm ready to go right back there with the pitching that they have. There, it's Cowher and Wells. Neither one excite me. They get a lefty, so definitely like them. Again, it might be hard to find a 5-man stack there, but kind of like them. Arizona gets a rookie pitcher. I think they're in a decent spot. Baltimore on the other side of that game. If Mancini is out again, that makes that stack even cheaper. And or Mountcastle, like they might rotate them there at first base. That's the frustrating thing, is you can only play one of them. But yesterday it was easy because only one of them played, and it looks like in the projected lineup, Mountcastle sitting today, Mancini's playing. The Cubs, of course, with the wind blowing out, it's another good place to go. And if you're looking for leverage and large field GPPs, Toronto against Cole is definitely a place to look, and Milwaukee also. I wouldn't rule out Philly and Houston if you're going mass multi-entry. I think they're in good spots, but they just really don't make my board here. So let's look at lineup construction first here. Like I said, I really like Gallon and Nola as my pitcher. So for the Giants, I'm taking Posey, I'm taking Belt. LaStella looks like he might lead off at second, only 3-3. That's awesome. Love that. Crawford at 46, and I will take Wade at 38. I don't have Bryant. He left the game injured. I don't know if he's going to play. If he's in the lineup, that's fine. Take one of the other guys out, whoever you want there. But I really do like the lefties against, and instead of righty matchup for him. He's a little bit expensive, especially if he's banged up. And then if you take that lineup, then the Cubs fit in between there. They should, especially with like Hermosillo leading off at 2K. You could find other Cubs for the other outfield spot and for third base. I really like that stack there. If you want to go a little contrarian, take Blake Snell as your pitcher. And then, like I said, almost the same thing for happy hour. Votto, India, Farmer, Castillo, Naquin. Hopefully he's in at 2.9. I'm skipping Moustakas at 5K because I really want to try to get either Perez or Mondesi in my lineup. And then you can go a Gallon as an SP2. If you want to try to go a full Kansas City stack, you might need to drop down to Odorizzi, which is a little bit more risky, but you're going risky anyway, is fading Coors and fading one of the top end pitchers. But you know what? It could really work out for you. So like I said, I know it's a 12-game slate, and I know there's a lot to cover, but I just wanted to keep this breakdown really short because it's pretty straightforward. Nola, Snell, maybe Cole if you want to pay up for him, and then stack San Francisco or go Cincinnati and then throw in some value. So good luck today in your slates. I'm MegaRuler31. You can leave some comments below, reach out to me on Twitter at MegaRuler31. Subscribe to our channel, give us a like. And if you want more information, check out our bio and you can get our Discord, and we will got you covered on so many sports, so many things coming up, great NFL package. So look forward to hopefully seeing you in there. Many people have interacted with these videos and have joined and been very successful, and we've got lots of great testimonies this year. So thanks again for watching. Be safe today, and good luck tonight.